Indeed. Leviathan's secret super move. DDoS. Am I back now? Hopefully this is still. Okay.
Garuda would be proud.
Well, I figured out how to dodge that. You just spam wildfire. You know what? Let's just. You're so rude.
Warriors! Warriors! How long did he keep this up?
Ah. Maelstrom is hard to dodge. I think you need to time it. I don't know. Maybe you just are meant to jump over it? I'm not used to needing to jump to dodge, but it is an option. Like, honestly, part of me feels like I should just reset the fight if I miss that first Maelstrom dodge. Which is lame, but that is so much damage. Oh, you broke up. No, that's fine. Well, I could actually use healing items, but I don't do that anyway, so. I think part of it is going from. Although both Clive and Defeat's Dodge have some recovery anyway, so that they're not super overpowered. There we go. Counter laser off. So jumping the Maelstrom did work, but it didn't like. The right move is to cock the wagon and jump the river. Got it. I missed a couple of those. That sucks. That's fine. Okay, there we go. Oh, I didn't dodge that though, as I should have. Alright, well we got to this one again. I feel like they could honestly start you at this phase because of how chunky Leviathan is. But they also expect you to use healing. And I'm like, no, I want to be good enough to not need healing. But I'm too lazy to also want to do this whole fight on one. Ooh. Get plunked for little bits of damage.
Warriors! Warriors! How long can he keep this up?
Okay, Leviathan, is it going to be my turn anytime soon now? Oh.
Not this time.
Do you have a way to stop this, Clive? A cutscene, maybe?
If that's what you want.
Control. Oh, so now finally Clive does the thing to stop this.
You've had your fun, Leviathan.
Eat the sun!
It's time you went back to sleep!
Oh, Leviathan's trying to push it back. But no one expects the double, son. I call this the Madara special. You prepared for the first meteor, but not the second one. Behold the ultimate counter. A good old-fashioned fish fry. Once mackerel, grilled eel. So, the final count. Not more deaths overall than the entire Echoes of the Fallen DLC, but it was getting there. That was fun. Like most of the kaiju fights, probably went on a little bit longer than it should have, but whatever. Water Shard. The power of the Icon Leviathan it made manifest. This shard of crystal is wet to the touch and can be heard to emit a soft hum when held to the ear. Oh, I guess we should probably try to catch the baby. Whoever Wallius is out of Leviathan. Oh good, the baby knows how to float on his own. Okay, Clive, just in case you should rush to be below him. Like, we don't know that we'll have him gently float down the entire way. It would be a real dick move if that did cut out like halfway through, but, you know.
Now that was quite a tantrum.
Behold, the oldest baby. This is an 80-year-old baby, this is true. Fall damage in the game based on distance fallen or time spent falling. It's true. A lot of video games do it that way. Also, where the hell were you, Joshua? I could have used some goddamn flying, brother of mine.
He's adorable.
He's alright. Babies are kinda ugly.
But did you see him a few moments ago?
Clive, I don't know how to thank you.
Aww. What?
It's all right. We should find him a dry blanket, though. Wouldn't want the little monster catching a cold.
Alright, well, DLC done. But no, I kinda doubt it. I'm not quite sure what the rest of it's gonna be, though. Maybe there's an extra Ultima fight, since now he has Leviathan juice, maybe? You adopt baby. Ah, yes, the rest of this is a life sim. Sure, Cloud will go on to be a loving parent with no tragedy to ruin
He's
it.
finally asleep. The poor thing had a long day.
That makes two of us. So, what happens now?
Baby has joined the party.
Now? Now, we make things right. How?
re-age this baby 80 years as quickly as
By
possible.
providing Walias what he was denied. A place to learn and grow. A family to love and protect him. So that one day, when the wounds in his heart and mind have finally healed, he might decide for himself how he'd like to live the rest of his life. But until then, I'll stay by his side, come what may.
Then he's a lucky boy. And not only because he'll have the best warrior this side of the belt to teach him the battle axe.
She'll do her best.
Shula, the beast that threatened your home is tamed. The empire that threatened your people toppled.
And there's a lot of shitty
Might it
NPCs
not
out
be time
there.
to cast off your ancestors' glamour and retake your place in the twins.
But why though?
Perhaps. It's not as if we have the crystals to maintain the wall much longer.
Oh, that's a good
Are we
point though.
truly safe? Is the world truly ready to accept us for who we are and what we believe?
No.
If I remember rightly, you and yours still choose to remain hidden, do you not?
We do.
Well, your people will always be welcome in Haven, regardless.
As will yours in the hideaway. We're allies now. If there's anything you need from us, supplies, food, equipment, do not hesitate to ask.
It's kind of you to offer. But we'll manage, just as we always have. Besides, I suspect you'll be needing everything at your disposal if you're going to save the world.
Pretty much.
I fear much of it is past saving. The best we can do is strive to turn what's left into a world where we can all live as equals.
A noble endeavor. And there'll be a place in this world for us, will there? For Walias.
For everyone. I swear it.
Then we shall be waiting. Until the tides bear you back to shore.
What a weird way of bowing. I like that. You should rejoin the world. Uh-huh. Is the racism still out there? Yeah. Oh. Alright. Haven signboard. The emblem of Haven, hidden village of the moats of water. Their symbol is a marriage of the icon Leviathan and the ceaseless rill, the endless cycle of life that all must walk. And then 2 more silver pennings. You should rejoin the world. You first. Never mind. Yeah, it was basically exactly that.
Do you think he'll be all right?
Well, yes. Only time will tell. But I can certainly think of worse places to spend one's childhood. The Moats of Water are a fine people, and they will take good care of him.
Up by the Vare, Ultima spoke to me. He called Leviathan his most profaned fragment, and told me to redeem the sins that had laid him low.
Is that so? The sins of Walias's ancestors were grave indeed. To force him to prime at so tender an age.
And to freeze him in time, that he might never know what it was to live.
Yet I doubt either of those crimes was the source of Ultima's displeasure. It was that the Icon's power had been put to another purpose than the one he intended.
Yeah, probably.
To him, Leviathan must have seemed an aberration.
Could that be why Ultima made no attempt to lead me to him? The fear that this profaned fragment might corrupt his vessel somehow.
Perhaps. Or perhaps he simply deemed Leviathan surplus to requirements.
Well, we know that is technically the case.
His vessel might be made to serve his purposes without the full sum of his power.
His purposes. There's no escaping them. Even here. Hidden away in Mysidia, the blessing of the crystals proved nothing but a prison. A prison into which Wallius was born, and from which freedom is hard won. If the world doesn't change, if we don't change it, he'll end up suffering the same fate as every dominant who came before him.
Then we must change it.
That we must.
And we shall.
Alright. A sinister light bleeds from the Already Stone, beckoning Clive to enter. What new challenges await him within Ultima's virtual proving grounds? Alright. And there's 4 more side quests. Interesting. What do you have for me, Pavad? Oh, I thought for sure you were gonna have a new sword for me. Is it just these? Not that I'm gonna need any of these, so I'm just gonna hold off for now, I guess.
When you've decided what you want, just let me know.
Safe Haven Orchestrion Roll, Cascade Orchestrion Roll. Those are expensive. But if I go to sell... Dang. Wait. I think that's going to be just enough. Oh, look at that.
Here you are. Well, if you're sure you need it, then I bid you good time.
Don't question how I spend my money, lady.
I have news.
Yeah, you do. Okay. Let's... Well, first let's save, because Leviathan kicked my ass. Okay. I'm actually going to go... We'll come back here to do those side quests in a minute, but first I want to go back to the hideaway. We'll talk to our party members. And then I also want to hit up Harpocrates and do all the lore stuff I haven't touched on yet.
All is well, I trust?
Ask about events in Mysidia.
Journeying through Mysidia.
It was like visiting another world. Joshua goes on, a world in which the moats of water yet endured, and Leviathan the Lost was found. Not that everything there was so divorced from their own reality. Wallius's imprisonment seemed quite of a piece.
For is it not the fate of every dominant?
To be the servant of the nation in which they are born, or else the slave, no matter their fears, their pain, or their suffering. Wallius's torment differed only in its means and severity, but now it is at an end. He is free, at last, to live.
And so it falls to us.
To create a world where every man, woman, and child can do the same, no matter the blessings or the burdens with which they are born.
To the end, brother.
Dion, you have nothing new to say, right?
Courage. Be freed.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
I await your word.
He was like, that whole thing wasn't canon. What are you talking about, Clive? The Already Stone is so full of ominous energy right now. Presumably one of those is going to be a Leviathan challenge of some kind, perhaps. Okay, we have one extra one, it looks like. The Emblem of Haven. The Emblem of Haven, hidden village of the moats of water. The pattern of intersecting lines represents both the scales of the great serpent Leviathan and the ripples upon the surface of the ceaseless rill. The circle of life It's the circle of... No, that has neither beginning nor end. Now that Wallius is released, the two flow together again at long last. Alright. So these Ultima Challenge things are probably part of the DLC then, it looks like. But we'll see. What's up, Jill?
What is it, Clive? You can
Ask
always
about
tell me.
events in Mysidia.
I've been thinking.
About our time in Mysidia, Jill says. They were there to save Wallius and help redeem the moats of water.
What of Shiva's dominant?
What of her legacy? Her
She
redemption?
sacrificed everything.
To conjure a spell that might provide her people a better future. Jill doubts she would have wanted to see those magics used to rob an innocent child of that very thing. When they calmed the Vare that day, they righted two wrongs.
And in so doing,
Restored not only the life of one dominant, but the legacy of another. Alright.
be strong, Clive.
Eh. Also, I guess we have a letter from Shula to read. Shula writes us a new hope. Clive, I pen you this note from the Witten Hall, beneath the tapestry whose images for so long haunted my dreams. Outside, the air rings with Manda's soothing coos, the clangor of Pavat's hammer, and the rumble of his curses, and the whisper of the winds through the elder's blessings. In short, almost everything is as it was before you came here. There is just one difference. The bundle that lies burbling happily beside me. One tiny difference. Yet one that has changed everything. When my ancestors committed their greatest sin, it was not only Wallius who was frozen in time. For 80 years, we motes of water have been bound by the spell they cast that day, unable to right their wrongs, unable to move forward. But now, like Wallius, we are released. We can live again on our own terms, where every life is equal and all equally cherished. You brought us this gift, and I have every belief that you will bring it to the world. Believe in yourself as we believe in you. Shula. Well, that's nice. And now, time for the war. How many orchestrion roles am I missing? Oh, God. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm missing 9? Well, I have to hope those are ones I can find, because otherwise I don't have the money. You guys can just have the Leviathan music going at full blast.
Knowledge hoarded is knowledge lost.
Entries for the Rising Tide are now available for viewing. Clive Gain Wisdom, Rising Tides.
You wish to study the tomes?
Alright. I think most of the ones I missed actually were from before, but no. I mean, it does make sense. The Veil. Friend to the Moats. Friend to the Moats. The Veil's owner and proprietor, Isabel, has long sought to provide her unique brand of succor to all who seek it, and as such, she welcomes into her halls those from all walks of life, be they noble or lowborn, serf or soldier. Oh, sorry, I had to mute for a sneeze there. This hospitality extends to even the exiled motes of water. Showing sympathy with their plight, the dame happily offers what assistance she can, be it aid, protection, or employment. Alright. there's a few things here. Oh, makes sense. Alright. The Northern Territories. Once home to a handful of small but proud nations, the northern reaches of Storm are now almost entirely lost to the Blight. Her people forced from their ancestral homes to find refuge in Valthea's more hospitable climes. The region's downfall can be attributed to the fall of its only mother crystal, Drake's Eye, some 40 years past. While a last-ditch attempt was made to save the crystal by having Shiva's dominant freeze it in time, her efforts ended in failure. The ruling Thanes turned their eyes south to Rosaria for a new source of power, and while their first forays were met with success, they proved no match for the might of the Duke, and were ultimately pacified by Archduke Elwyn Rossfield's armies. Drake's Horn. Moats of water, a mother crystal which once stood in southern Ash. For generations, the lands surrounding it were inhabited by a peaceful people known as Moats of Water. However, the fall of Drake's Horn 300 years ago left Drake's Spine the only mother crystal on the continent, and sparked a decades-long conflict for control of its ethereal bounty. The Moats, their homelands fast being consumed by the Blight and unable to compete against the warring tribes, chose to adopt a nomadic lifestyle which would continue for the next 2 centuries. Drake's Eye. Thal, a mother crystal which once stood in the frozen wastes of Northern Storm, lands now lost to the Blight. Before its fall, some 80 winters past, the ruling Thanes charged their dominant of ice to devise an incantation that would effectively freeze time around the crystal, preventing its fall. Yet, while the dominant succeeded in creating the spell, it was too little too late, and Drake's Eye shattered not long after, sending the region into chaos. Alright, anything else? Holy moly. Okay. Mysidia. Long thought lost to the Blight, Mysidia is, in fact, one of the last few regions in the former Northern Territories that remains lush and teeming with life, though one might not believe so when viewing it from across Oilifist Bay. This is solely due to a powerful magical glamour erected by its residents, the Moats of Water, to make the lands appear to be dead from the outside and thus discourage unwanted visitors. The region was abandoned almost a century ago, following a failed attempt by the ruling Thanes to cast a spell that might halt the decay of the Mother Crystal, Drake's Eye, only to be claimed by the Moats of Water but a few years later. This remote corner of Valsthea was once home to thousands of northerners who maintained an expansive religious complex dedicated to the worship of Shiva. Following a failed attempt to devise and conjure a spell that would prevent the Mother Crystal, Drake's Eye, from cracking, the location was abandoned by all, save an ailing witch who died a short time later. Why the people of the North might abandon a region that had yet to succumb to the Blight remains a mystery, but decades of subsequent assaults on Rosarian lands suggest that the Thanes sought strength in numbers by consolidating remaining populations near the ducal border. Several years after the Northerners' departure, the Moats of Water claimed the land for their own, establishing a small village and casting a glamour about the region that made it appear to have already succumbed to the Deadlands. With their supply of crystals that powered the glamour now dwindling, the Moats now must look to restoring their ties with the outside world. The Surge. Okay, I'm almost sure I've got at least that one. I assume I've read this one too. A towering wave, seemingly frozen in time for the past 80 years. It was summoned by the icon of water, Leviathan, when the motes of water sought to sacrifice the baby Walrus, Leviathan's newborn dominant, in an attempt to create their own mother crystal. Before the wave could swallow Mysidia, the motes cast a counterspell to stop time, effectively freezing both water and child. Wallius has since been freed from his temporal bonds, but the spell remains active, focused on the search for fear of what might happen to Mysidia should the wave be released. The Heir of Hours. I feel like I've read this first one, but I don't remember it. Yeah, but it was first came down to Cape Nep, though. No, I must have. Within its timeless halls is housed the Vare, a magical conduit through which ice-aspected ether is channeled and focused onto the seas off Cape Nepto, effectively halting the flow of time in that precise location, as well as in the temple itself. Haven. Oh. We have 2 more locations to find. I guess because of the side quest I haven't done yet. Hidden Truths of Haven, a small village situated in the center of Mysidia. The motes of water who established the current settlement nearly a century ago found their new homes amongst the ruins of pre-existing stone architecture. The village has long been hidden from the outside world by a powerful glamour that Haven's residents maintained with a network of stone cairns filled with crystal shards. Now, however, with crystal in short supply, the motes and their newly freed dominant, Wallius, must prepare for the day that glamour fades. Cloaktop. Access to the village of Haven is limited to this narrow, poorly kept path that, following a punishing ascent, skirts the edge of the Lost Cloak, where peril oft awaits those who pay more attention to the breathtaking vistas than they do the path beneath their feet. Father's Fell. I don't know why. I think it's like the second or third time I've called it Feathers Fell. A strand of primeval forest, its name given by the motes of water whose fathers and grandfathers first felled the trees there to fortify Haven. Village woodcutters still visit the area to this day, careful not to overharvest and always mindful to replant. Village trappers also frequent the area to take advantage of its abundant game that provides Haven with a source of meat and pelts to trade in Northreach. Tailwind Bay. While technically the western edge of Oilafest Bay, this stretch of calm ocean off Mysidia's eastern coast earned the name Tailwind after Leviathan primed here 80 winters past and laid waste to the shoreline with the thrashing of his mighty tailfin. Maiden's March. There was once a time long ago when young women of the north would make pilgrimages to massive temple complexes dedicated to the worship of Shiva. Here they would walk the path of ice and stand before the sacred altars to place their offerings and receive the icon's blessing. The Lost Cloak. The towering cliffs that stretch along the border between Sanbreck and the Northern Territories are known as the Lost Cloak, the Giant's Cloak, or simply the Cloak, and earned their name from their appearance, that of a mantle draped over the shoulders of a mighty titan.
For nearly a century, the region has been enshrouded in a magical glamour, making it appear simply another stretch of empty deadlands and discouraging all from approach.
And then, Orlefest Bay we already read, so that's fine. All right. Mysteries of the Realm. Icon.
8 elements. Shattered aspects of Ultima's power given flesh by human hosts. 8 elemental fragments were intended to test and bolster Mythos' strength. But one of their number, Leviathan the Lost, was forsaken by its master, judged to have been so profaned by mankind that it could no longer serve its original purpose. Clive, however, was able to draw out the final icon's power from the infant Wallius, bringing Ultima's vessel to its full and perfect form.
Man, I know it doesn't, but how wild would it be if this changed the ending of the game? Because now with Leviathan, you're ultimate Clive, so you can actually handle Ultima. But I doubt that could be the case, because one, they didn't tell me to do the ending again. And two, people would not be happy. Even though you could argue that plenty of games still do that. No, doing it for DLC, though, would probably leave a bad taste in people's mouth. Oh, there's still something to learn? Okay, interesting.
The glamour. An ethereal dome woven by the moats of water to shield their hidden home from prying eyes, while the land within teems with life. To an outside observer, it appears as if it has been lost to the blight. Passing through the wall is a disorienting experience, akin to a sudden rush of alcoholic intoxication. Yet, from the inside, blue skies soar over lush forests teeming with life. It has its origins in the magic wards of a much smaller scale that the moats of water would conjure to disguise their camps during their years of wandering through the foreign lands of storm. On settling in Mysidia, they elected to cast a similar spell over the entire land. Crafting their crystal field cairns and laboring night and day to attune the spell that the outside world might see the area slowly succumb to the blight.
And who can blame them, really? Like, clearly they lived that traveling lifestyle and knew that the world sucked. And they must have been like, you know what? This world is so shitty, filled with so many awful people. We'll just do a decades-long deception to convince them we're dead.
Chronomancy hidden truths. The secret of controlling the flow of time by means of ethereal manipulation. It was devised and perfected by the Witch of the North, a dominant of Shiva whose mastery over the element of ice extended even to the freezing of time. She taught the secret of her spell to the moats of water, who cared for her in her dying days. Alas, it brought them only pain. Their attempt to create a new mother crystal ending with the tributary's child trapped in time, unable to be freed lest Leviathan's fury destroy them all. Some 80 years later, Shula and Jill worked together to unweave the magic from around the Wallius, letting the child live again at long last. Glamour cairns, glowing pillars of stacked stone found scattered around Mysidia. The crystals within them maintain the glamour that keeps the land hidden. They do so through a constant channeling of ether, much as municipal shards fire forges, fill wells, and light lamps elsewhere in the realm. Constant maintenance is required to ensure that the spell does not fade, both in the replacement of spent shards and in the careful attunement of the flow of ether through them. The latter duty is one only a bearer can discharge. Another reason why the motes of water embrace those born with the gift. The Vare, the magical apparatus by which the spell freezing Wallius and the Surge in time was cast and continues to be sustained. At its heart sits an immense shard of crystal cut from Drake's eye, to which the magic has been ceaselessly channeled for 80 years. The Vare was designed and built by the Witch of the North, who imbued her own ether within it. On Clive's approach, a spectral knight materialized before it, wielding a blade of ice and determined to prevent the passage of anyone who would undo her spell. Whether this specter was a fragment of the witch's power, or a melding of her ether and another's, remains an open question.
I mean, I don't think we ever saw Jill making Eggy for Shiva, so it could make as much sense that that could just be Shiva's Eggy that was just locked away doing this one thing. I definitely read that one. I'm not sure if I read this one.
The motes of water, a life of persecution. The people among whom the dominant of Leviathan is born, who fled from southern Ash after the fall of Drake's Horn. Their wanderings took them to Eastern Storm, where they were persecuted as heretics by the nascent Gregorian Inquisition, and driven to the brink of extinction. The few survivors fled north and west, but they found a safe haven in Mysidia. Alas, their attempts to revive their people's fortunes by harnessing the power of Leviathan to create a new mother crystal ended in tragedy. The babe that was to be their savior, frozen in an unending torment.
Which, not to excuse the awful thing they did, but Shula did that whole speech about, like, hopefully Wallius will not remember the trauma he's gone through. And, like, Shula. Bruh. Baby memories are very rare. Now, admittedly, maybe being a fish dominant or being frozen in time, maybe those baby memories will stick more. But otherwise, like, unless you tell him the truth, too, I don't think he'd even know. You could just treat him like a newborn, and it wouldn't really change anything. But I guess they would have to get rid of that painting, and they don't want to do that.
After years of wandering through the unwelcoming lands of Storm, they finally found a second home in Mysidia. Though the tributary of the times attempt to revive his people's fortunes by harnessing the power of Leviathan to create a new mother crystal may have been an unforgivable sin, it was not an irreversible one, as Shula and Clive proved when they delivered Wallius from his 80-year imprisonment, reuniting the family at long last.
Hashtag Wallius. Oh, Wallius. I didn't even read about Elder's Blessings. I guess it was a side quest thing.
Originally native to southern Ash, these flowers flourish on the banks of freshwater streams, their stems yielding fine yet durable fibers, and their petals a lasting blue dye. They have long been treasured by the motes of water as both crafting material and symbol of their tribe. When Drake's Horn fell and their long years of exile began, the tributary of the time ordered that the seeds of the flowers be harvested, that their people might plant them wherever they stopped to water, bringing a piece of home to the foreign lands through which they wandered.
Oh, yay, we get to read about the Gregorian Inquisition.
In the early days of Gregorian supremacy in Eastern Storm, some 170 years ago, the clergy conducted an inquisition into all heretical thought that might challenge the rule. Their missions swept across the region, demanding all renounce their idolatrous folk beliefs and swear an eternal and exclusive allegiance to the goddess. Those who would, or could not, the Moats of Water chief among them, were slaughtered en masse to serve as a lesson to the rest of the populace. It proved an effective one, and the Holy Empire of Sombrek, ruled over by the corporeal embodiment of Great Grieger herself, was established soon after.
Well, that's cheery.
Bacchus wine. Depending on who you ask, Bacchus wine is either some ambrosial delight distilled by the gods themselves, or a fantasy woven by vintners and liquormongers of ill repute to separate the thirsty masses from their hard-earned coin. The truth, however, is somewhere in between. While Bacchus wine does in fact exist, it is only produced on the continent, and therefore will command a king's ransom in those few high-end inns and brothels that actually manage to procure a bottle. As such, demand well exceeds supply, forcing innkeepers around the realm to find alternatives that will satisfy their patrons' want for the occasional
Recherche? I have never in my life seen that word before.
recherche drop. This is frequently accomplished by blending a variety of lesser quality vintages, the result being not only questionable flavor, but also a tendency to induce some of the most severe headaches outside of a battle hammer to the face.
This reminds me, there was that whole side quest where we got those guys together so that they could have the wine. Like the innkeeper was like, "I got this bottle of wine." And they're like, "Hell yeah!" Just the boys getting together to get a drink. All right, persons of interest. Okay, ties to Mysidia.
Dominant of Shiva and dearly beloved of Clive, leader of the new hideaway, born a princess of the Northern Territories, visiting Mysidia was like returning to a home she thought long lost. This strange feeling of familiarity became overbearing when she ventured to the Air of Hours, where the ether of the Witch of the North, dominant of Shiva before her, filled the air.
Recherche, sought out and chosen with care, says Wiktionary. Huh. Also, how does Clive not get as Mythos, but with Leviathan? Oh well, whatever. Oh yeah, Isabel.
Proprietress of the Vale, Northreach's foremost house of ill repute.
Thank you for looking that up, though, Del.
She shares a long and lasting friendship with Shula, the former offering the latter and her people both material support and opportunities for employment. When Shula confided her interest in recruiting the services of Sid the Outlaw to deliver Walios from his torment, it was Isabel who assisted in arranging an introduction.
Ah, she does start off as the dame. Oh, look at this, 3 empty section here. Okay.
New mother. With Clive's aid, she succeeded in freeing Walias from his temporal prison, returning the child to the great river of life.
Sorry, excuse me.
She swears to care for Walias as if he were her own son, that she might atone for the sins of their forebears, but with the risk that the chaos enveloping the world beyond the wall may one day spread within it ever present, the future remains clouded for her and her people.
Which is funny because she's actually Wallius's great grandniece or something, but because of being frozen in time shenanigans.
A rude awakening. The current dominant of Leviathan, born into the family of the tributary of the moats of water some 80 years ago. Said family plotted to transform their new arrival into the heart of a mother crystal by means of forcing his icon to prime and freezing it in time when its ether channeling powers were in full flow. Their plan not only failed to produce a single crystal, but also made of Wallius a prisoner.
Okay. I think I prefer Wallius with his eyes closed. When he has his eyes open, he's kind of frightening. Like, if I was walking down a dark alley and I saw this baby with his eyes like that, I would definitely be like, I'm gonna leave you to be adopted from someone else. I might call child services and they can deal with this freaky baby, but I'm having none of this.
After Clive took on the power of his icon and Shula unwove the spell that froze him in time, Wallius' imprisonment was finally ended. Alas, so was Leviathan's, and with a little encouragement from Ultima, the icon resumed the rampage it had begun decades earlier, forcing Clive to face the maddened serpent in battle. The strength of Efreet proved just enough to quell Leviathan's rage,
After I died like 11 times.
allowing an exhausted Clive to return baby Wallius into Shula's loving arms.
Dalina. Sorry, how did I look at... I think it was because I was calling her Delina's name, and never thinking about the fact that her name is one letter off from being one of the main characters from Stormlight Archive.
Delina, adjutant to Shula, tributary of Haven, who ministers to the affairs of the moats of water when her leader is otherwise indisposed. It was she who informed the people of Haven of the coming of Clive and his allies, and ensured they would welcome the outsiders as if they were family.
I might have read that before, actually.
Pavat, Haven's master craftsman, though his social skills may be found slightly wanting, his artisanal skills are unquestionable, especially considering the lack of supplies available in the moats of Water's hidden home. His feelings for his wife Werda, however, are both diverse and abundant. Rowan, a trader in all matters chocobo who works out of Martha's Rest. It was he who gifted Ambrosia, or Whiteheart as he knows her, with the riding dack she wears to this day. He is equally generous when it comes to bird food, sharing the mimet gourd Clive needed to keep Ambrosia calm on the journey to Mysidia without thought of recompense.
I'll just read both. Also, I like how looking in on her, you can definitely see the resemblance to Jill.
The Witch of the North, a woman of the Northern Territories who breathed her last some 80 years ago. She had been employed by the Northern Thanes to weave a spell to stop time, that they might prevent the fall of Drake's Eye, and hence their nation. When at last she perfected the spell, it was already too late to save the Mother Crystal, or the Witch, her flesh nigh consumed by the crystal's curse. It was in this state, close to death and abandoned by her people, that the moats of water stumbled upon her. They cared for her as best they could, and in return for their kindness, she gifted them her spell. Though the plan failed, the pair she designed to cast it remains atop the air of hours to this day, as does her ether, bearing the unmistakable signature of a dominant of Shiva.
Alright. And now, Bestiary.
Before Jill.
Okay.
The Warden of Ice, of whom Jill Bork is the current dominant, All dominants of Shiva are born among the descendants of the motes of ice, including Jill's predecessor in the role, the Witch of the North who devised the spell to freeze time. Her ether yet lingers in the fair she constructed atop the air of hours in Mysidia.
Alright. Nothing else really updated there, if that's okay. Oh, we still have 2 more things to find, too. Okay, interesting.
Leviathan the Lost. Despite the prominence of the dominants and their icons in modern politics and warfare, recent history makes no mention of an icon of water. So long has it been, in fact, since Leviathan last appeared in Valisthea, that he is now almost exclusively referred to as the Lost. As to where exactly he went, though, no one is quite certain.
Okay, I actually read that one, and I also read this one already. This one is new, however.
80 years ago, a baby was born to the motes of water, a dominant, the first to awaken after decades of silence. Yet rather than embrace this miracle, they instead chose to use him for their own gain, subjecting him to a torturous rite that stirred the serpent slumbering inside him. Fearing the destruction of their village at the hands of an enraged icon, the motes cast a spell on the child, imprisoning him within time itself, where he remains trapped to this day, his anger stayed, but not soothed. Corruption. 80 years ago, the motes of water committed a sin most atrocious. They attempted to sacrifice a baby dominant with designs to create their own mother crystal, and in doing so corrupted both his body and mind. Unaccepting of this taint inflicted by mankind on his once perfect creation, Ultima spurned the child, leaving him to his cruel fate while turning his eyes to another. Pericos. Pericos was first encountered by Clive following his attempt at absorbing Leviathan's ether. Sensing danger, Leviathan's dominant, the baby Walius, summoned forth the Abyss, sending a cataract of salt and spray at Clive and his companions. And though they did miss their mark, from one of these stray gouts emerged a horrible creature possessed of features both human and piscine.
Piscine. Or more likely, but you know.
Able to call upon the seas as did her creator, this ethereal surrogate, or Eggy, as their kind have often been called, harried Clive until he succeeded in putting her down. Tonberries. A race of beastmen native to the northern territories. While distinguishing features include dark green skin, an unnaturally round head, and a slightly hunched gait, Tonberries are probably best known for their unhealthy obsession with vengeance and the unnaturally sharp knives they carry to exact it. Slighting a Tonberry, even in the most insignificant of manners, will plant a foul seed in its heart that, over time, will take root and grow, driving the Tonberry to madness that can only be stemmed with murder. And should you harm one of its kin, prepare to face the rancor of the entire tribe.
Like, it's both neat, but also I feel like Tombears are one of those monsters that are much harder to make be kind of natural. I think they did an okay job putting them into Final Fantasy XVI's world, but it's definitely, they're very weird because of it.
Rancor. Vengeance is a central fixture in Tonberry culture, with societal value apparently being placed on the number of individual grudges a Tonberry accumulates over its lifetime. As such, most older tribe members are admired or even revered by their younger peers. Mysidian folklore suggests that one might redirect the rancor of these creatures to a personal enemy, or curse him, by leaving an offering on one of their many stone altars. This, however, can come at the risk of being cursed yourself, should the enemy already be dead. Hreidmar.
the big boy Thornberries just hit different. They really do.
Since man first settled the untamed north, he has known not to journey too deep into the black forests, for there giants roam, namely giant lizards, with scales as hard.
Okay, yeah, it's just messed up. Okay.
With scales as hard steel, maws deeper than the deepest of wells, and a fleetness of foot that belies their enormous size, these aberrations of nature rightly stand at the summit of predation. When the blight began consuming their habitat, however, a lack of prey drove many of the creatures south into Rosaria and beyond, leaving only the strongest and most terrible to lord over what little of the north remained.
And the timekeeper.
Clad in iron from head to toe, the timekeeper serves as both guardian of the air of hours and watcher of the Vare, defending his charge with both mighty sword and malevolent sorcery, bending time as a cooper might a bilge hoop, and descending on his victims before they can react.
All right.
The door to the shelves shall ever be open.
It hits pretty different going from the lore to the music. Do, 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 do. I do think I liked like Omega's like techno remix. I probably did enjoy a little bit more. But I do like the like grand adventure theme style of Leviathans. Oh shit, Otto, do you have anything to say?
If you've got something to ask.
No, he doesn't. Okay.
I know you'll do right by us, Clive.
I doubt it, but I'm gonna... You have an icon saying something new though, wouldn't you? Yeah, okay. Fair enough. You don't have anything new to say, right? You're just here because I could see people.
How may I help you today? Study it well, Clive.
Like, I appreciate when games have like a little icon thing they show that's like, here, you could do this. But it really does, like, it itches at me if I don't also take care of it. Alright. So, now that I've gone through most of the lore, we still have some more to discover, I guess. Let's save again, even though that'd be way faster to do. I would just need a thumb do it now. Alright. I'm going to, am I at, okay, I'm at this many ability points. I'm going to get up and stretch my legs for a couple minutes, and then we'll see what this final round of side quests does for us. And I might have time after that to see what is up with the Already Stone, messing with Ultima, but we'll see. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. So, while I was away, stretching my legs, a thought occurred to me about doing these side quests. Because they'll have me travel around this a little bit. I don't know if there's anything really more to discover here. Like, this is locked off right now. Maybe there's something through here. But something that I think it took me till just a little bit ago to put together. Apparently, based on the other save someone did getting the Final Fantasy mode, there's a 9th icon to get? Which in hindsight, considering we know there's an Ultima trial awaiting us, is probably some kind of Ultima icon or something. And I'm thinking maybe I should actually see if that's something I can get quickly so I can then play a little bit of the game with it. Yeah, I don't know what's up with that. Like, maybe it's some weird kind of mix and match icon or something. So, we'll see what this does for us. Become Mythos. The truest form of mythos. I really thought this was just going to be an immediate challenge or something. I didn't expect any level of cutscene to this. Omega Mythos.
What is this?
Mythos.
Oh, that
You
was a good one.
plumbed the very abyss, yet still you hunger. We are impressed.
Is that so? Not again.
Okay. This is fine. Okay.
Is ours, and now it is yours. Consider it a gift from us to you.
Man, I thought Bahamut's wings got in the way.
Of things to come.
You still think I'm going to be your vessel? I'll take your gift then, Ultima. Just don't expect it back.
Ultimate power. Clive has been granted a portion of Ultima's essence. Tuning with Ultima not only neutralizes the elemental aspect of Clive's magic spells, but also allows access to several new divine abilities such as Voice of God, a punishing attack that sends a concentrated beam of light from the heavens to scorch the very earth. Ability details are found on the Abilities tab in the main menu. Ultima's feat Ascension allows Clive to levitate from the ground, transforming his normal square attack into a sweeping assault capable of striking multiple nearby enemies at once. Also enhances his normal range spells to a 5-fold volley of holy arrows. In addition, pressing X allows Clive to rise up even further into the air, allowing easier access to flying enemies. Oh. Okay. Only Ultima's abilities are available during this battle. Okay.
You hear me? I will never be yours.
Fly. Fly high. Lasers. Proselytize. Ooh, and Dominion. Oh, oof, thank God that didn't activate. Ooh. Oh, your dodge becomes a teleport too. Oh, that's always fun. Oh, I didn't dodge that properly though. That was my bad. Get the minion. Enemy slayer.
You, who ever rail against our gifts, remain all too eager to avail yourself of them.
Okay, Ultima, don't be a
Perhaps
bitch.
you require more time to reflect.
Alright. Kairos Gate unlocked. Kairos Gate is now accessible from the hideaways of Reddystone. Kairos Gate is challenging endgame battle content in which Clive must delve into the very circles of hell to tackle wave after wave of familiar yet ferocious enemies. Restrictions on level, gear, and consumables are applied. Gameplay but will default to action focused. I'm sorry? EP. Somebody put Cow's Gate is a journey through 20 circles of existential torment. Upon completing a circle, Clive will earn enhancement points and boon points, which can be used to purchase permanent and temporary boost abilities and attributes. Welcome to the Battle Pass dimension. Clearing a circle will also reward Clive with rare items such as accessories, weapons, and crafting materials. While the aforementioned boosts are only active while in Kairos Gate, all item rewards will be taken back to Valsthea. There's just as an arcade mode in the Chronos Trials, performance is tallied during Clive's ascent into Kairos Gate, with points being awarded for successfully using a variety of battle techniques such as dealing damage, executing abilities, and evading attacks. Also, each circle has a time limit, and battle performance is only recorded before the timer expires. The amount of EP and BP earned for clearing a circle is determined by that circle's final score, with additional EP bonuses being awarded for beating target times. Between circles. While Kairos Gate places a restriction on level, gear, and consumables, there are no restrictions on iconic ability usage. Between circles, you will have the opportunity to respec each of Clive's ability sets. It's during these post-circle intervals that Clive can also use EP and BP earned during the circles to purchase the permanent enhancements and temporary boons. As mentioned earlier, these boosts affect a variety of attributes, actions, and more. The timely application will prove crucial to a successful run. What the So, like... Interesting. It's almost like they gave you an extra, like, roguelite mode? Like, I know that in these action style games, these kind of things are, like... I don't know if they usually have this kind of thing where you, like, change stuff as you go, but... Scoring. Technical bonus. Oh, God. My technical bonus is going to be so bad. I'm never going to rainbow. Target times. Oh, my goodness. Okay. All right. Okay, let's set this one. Okay. Leviathan. Ultima. Odin. Speaking of... Oh, is Ultima up top? Aw, of course he's up top, you cheeky bitch. Okay. Ultimate Demise. Draw on all small enemies and then overwhelm with a singular eruption of magic force. Can be used in midair. And then this is Voice of God. Wow, okay. Well, master this at least. Upgrade. Upgrade. Upgrading any one of these would probably be more worth it, really, but at the same time. Okay, well, I guess we'll see what this looks like. Okay, first thing, Lightning Rod and Dancing Steel. Tsunami. Judgment Bolt. Ultimate Demise. I'm gonna have to use this one, a Heat Wave, Rook's Gambit. I guess we put on Raging Fists again. Actually, no, you know what? Do that opposite. Raging Fist here. Ultimate Demise here. And in fact, I've changed my idea in this. Make Tsunami this one and make Judgment Bolt this one. Welcome to the Battle Pass dimension. It kind of is. Like, what the heck? Let's give it a run. Yeah, preferring reward enemy types via the map option. You can also change your gear and icons. Respect your abilities. Oh my god. Current and high score run. Enemy target completion time and completion rewards. Enhanced with permanent boost attributes such as HP attack that once acquired remain active until the end of a single Kairos Gate run. Boons are temporary boosts and last for a limited number of circles. Dodge proficiency, battle performance multiplies, and parry windows. Wow. Oh my god. Wave 1's melee times 5, melee times 5, melee times 5. It takes 2 minutes. First time reward is Illudium. And then Rima? You start at 40, first shield. One of these, cutscenes off. Will of the Creator, Radiant Levin Bolt, Radiant Flame Tongue. So you get Radiant, better versions of, okay. Radiant Tide Strike, Radiant Everdark. Oh my god, enhancements. Of course I have no points for this. Increases fit, which is defense, attack potency, calculate potency. Boon, and okay. I know about making something from Illudium. Sounds pretty dodgy. That's a good one. Oh. Technical fed... What? Attack improvement. Oh. Okay. I am not good enough at this game to do this. Like, period. I'll give it a go to just see what like 1 is like, but holy moly. Something feels oddly different about this sword, despite its appearance being nigh indistinguishable from the blade Invictus. And only when man turned his back on fate was he truly free. Exit. Oh, we did have some EP actually. And will damage attacks. by 20%. Sure. Actually, wait, do I want that? I'll do defense instead. I can get a boon. Oh, I'm so bad at that. Counter bonesy. Oh, okay. These are the most one. Alright, let me break bonesy. Alright. Descend into the next circle. Yes. Oh, wow. Oh. Okay, do this. I mean, it gave me an A. Of course, that was probably pretty easy. Illudium. For centuries, rumors of a metal harder than adamantium, lighter than mithril, and more lustrous than orichalcum have persisted across the twins. Yet for centuries, the fabled metal has eluded even the most skilled and traveled miners, hence the name. Oh, that's so goddamn stupid. Okay. Rima. Valuable can be traded for Gil. Though discovered within the Kairos Gate, this queer crystalline cluster does not fade upon its passage into the corporeal realm, thus making it especially attractive to collectors of oddities and artifacts. Every ward has worth. Moss the Chronicler. Valuable can be traded for Gil. Time bonus. Okay. So we get some bonus BP from that. Okay. Okay, well, that first one, they start off very easy, which I'm okay with. A boon has faded. What? Did I thought didn't I... Wait. Oh, oh my god, it was just one circle. I was looking at the cost and thinking, that was dumb of me. Never mind. Enhancements. I have 500 of these too. So attack bonus will let you get through it faster, but I think the more attacks you have to do, but at the same time, these might be worth it actually. Let's do... I'm gonna do iconic ability potency. No, that's just iconic abilities, so that's not like your general thing, I don't think. We'll do attack potency. I'm gonna save off on boons, actually. The will of the creator, okay. 5 melee, 5 aerial, 4 melee. Alright. I'm not sure if Zantetsuken's the right move to be doing here, but... I messed that up, that's fine. Actually, you know what? Let's just bring you all in. The second circle house. So these first ones that kind of let ease you in some. I got an S rank, which is weird, and wouldn't expect that, but... Ether manipulated by Ultima into a solid form not unlike crystal, but with an elemental purity that renders it far more potent, not highly specialized in its applications. It also might help that I'm doing this on the easiest difficulty you can do it on. Alright. Which makes sense that, like, it starts at action focused. It doesn't go onto the story mode, because... Okay. 3 melee. Large 1. Okay, so this is when you get to, like, a boss thing. Okay. Enhancements. Let's increase this, actually. I should probably be saving up some, but this is fine, I think. Boons. We'll save boons. This is really interesting. That's just... Like, I don't want to fight aerial enemies, honestly. I could have done that. Oh, I took way too much damage there. That's not great. Very sloppy. Gotta be there. Got decent amount of HP though. Radiant 11 Bolt. Mine Heaven Alpha's both sent to the malignant hearts, people fall on their knees and beg for mercy undeserved. Okay. Alright. Alright. I mean, at this point, I might as well should, even though I actually lost out on stuff there. Gear and icons. Oh, so you can't change these? Oh. I thought... I guess not. You can do that. As a creator, more Rima. A large, 3 melee, 2 aerial, a large, and 2 melee. Ah, here we get to it. Boons. Interesting. Precision dodge. Okay. Counterpuncy. Do you have Raging Fist on one of these at least? Stagger score bonus. Oh, interesting. Technical combos, score bonus. That's just flat out probably good for that because parry score bonus, parry window and extension. Oh, okay. Timely strike. Execute complex. Oh, okay. You can put on. These are for the. Okay. That makes sense. That makes sense. Let us... Nah, you know what? We'll not use that. Let's just next circle it. Ooh, a Kairos Wyvern. Oh, risky, risky, risky. Okay. I think this one had some fires to it, so not even gonna deal with it. I could have just actually, like, blown through some more of my icon things there. Yeah, only got a B again. I had a really good one in that middle one, but what did we even use the Rima for? Interesting, interesting, interesting. Anyways, I'm sure this boss one coming up is going to be pretty hard. ASBB. Just a boss battle, 4 minutes. Ooh, okay. Well, I have no more enhancements I can buy anyways. Let's grab some boons actually. Reduces damage received. Maybe not that one. HP regain. Damage boost. As counterpotency, magic burst cooldown. This will be fine for the rest of this though. We'll see what boss this is. I don't remember how to fight a Freet. The 5th circle. Well, the answer is not like that. Okay, there, we got that going at least. Ooh. Ooh, okay, well that was not good. Get watered. Ooh, that's bigger at least. Okay, I should have used more moves, honestly. I'm too used to, like, blowing through everything. Get ultimatumized. Infernal Ifrit slain. Ah, see there. That's honestly fair. That was not great. Did you get Radiant Flame Tongue, though? It's the color you did Blackened Soil and Sea. Alright. Yay. 6 melee, range 5, 6 melee. Some enemies in wave 3 will use guard. Oh, those sons of bitches. Okay. I should have gotten a thing to get more HP back, honestly. Oh no. Ooh, that was dumb of me. That's fine though. I'm gonna tsunami you guys. So clearly using ultimates to clear the floor faster has some advantages, but HP Restore though, that's not bad. Got more Illudium out of it. I have to assume like you need all of the Illudium from getting as far as possible to make like the strongest sword. I think maybe there's a new level of Ultima we can make. Oh, 4 range and 2 aerial. Oh, that sounds obnoxious. Okay. Boon potency, boon duration. Ooh, those are probably, oh, that's, you gotta be smart to do that though. I feel like getting more out of these would be better, really. Save up boon stuff. Probably best off blowing a lot of your boon stuff when you get to the boss level. Just wipe out these guys. I don't even feel like dealing with them. Oh, this was reckless. It paid off, but it was definitely reckless. And clear you. This is a fun mode though. I like this. I'm not great at it, but getting some HP back too. I'm collecting Valuable can be traded. So you may get money off this too, which might be good if I need to buy things. I guess if I was more confident in my skills at this game, I'd be like, it'd be nice to get to the end to see who the final boss is. Probably a version of Ultima or something. But, not gonna be dedicated. Oh, wait, no, those are Rage. 2 bosses at once? Oh, no. Summon Wave 2 will use the ability Bravery. Ooh, it's getting harder. It's getting harder. You know what? Let's just increase defense some more. The boon duration would have been good, and then, whatever. Oh, you know what I see happening here? I didn't realize. You don't get limit break in this one. Oh. You know what, let's just... Okay, good. I definitely cheated through this wave, but I'm going to take it anyways, because those guys would probably just kill me. I guess the idea is the better you are at the game, the more... Oh, I just got a C. Ugh. But we did get Radiant Icebrand. Yet deep was frostbite, leaving her fell mark upon their skins, that forever and aye should they be reminded of their autumn of folly. I'm still getting the time bonus at least, which is nice. I guess the idea is though, like... A large, 5 melee, a large, and 2 melee. Some enemies in wave 2 will use guard. Okay. We'll save up enhancement points right now, I think. But I do want to, let's see, HP regain. Okay, that one costs that. I do have full... I definitely want to buy this, though, just because we're coming up on a boss, so... Ooh. Oh, I did not need to take that damage. That sucks. You know, just do a judgment about to clear this guy out, though. Oh, it didn't clear him out. Okay. Oh. Probably not the smartest move doing this, but let's just clear out the basic enemies. That's what I wanted to do. Heck yeah. And you're done. I'm not dealing with you again, so just get ulted to death. It could have been better. I got a B still, though. And got most of her HP back? Not bad, not bad. Ooh, another boss. I wonder what this one's gonna be. Was Infernal Efreet last time? A boon has faded. Okay, this gives us Radiant Stormcry. No. No. I'm making an assumption there I don't need to be making. Do I want more defense? I might need it. Boon potency or duration might be good too, actually. I'm gonna do defense though. Just tank Clive build. I'm gonna do this. Damage might not be bad. I'm definitely gonna get this because I'm gonna probably need it after the boss. I don't want to get that though. These top ones are all like limit break potency. Yeah, you know what? We'll get that too. Okay. Who is this? It's Benedicta. I don't remember you at all. You know what, I'm just gonna blow at least an ult or two, like, early. Oh my god, I don't remember how to fight you at all. Oh, I have... Okay. Well, I don't think I'm making it here. You know what? I'm not even gonna make it to do the thing if I don't do this, so. Well, I'll have at least gone her halfway, which I'll take. Oh. Oh.
Not good. I failed.
There we go. And close. Asbscar. Benedict is tough. I ranked C, Bannerman. Well, at least I'm top of this one. At least I got all these things. We got these fancy swords. Wow, Radiant Iceman is way stronger than the other two. Well, now, do we have... There might be, I don't know if there's a chronolith, like, we'll have to look for that. I don't see anything that we can actually unlock with these things yet either.
What do you want?
Okay, so we get Illudium and stuff, right? You must need to actually beat that to use the stuff. Okay. Well. So unfortunately, it is interesting to look at what the Kairos Gate can do. Jeez, I don't know. Like, I don't know if there's a way to practice versus Benedicta. Otherwise, you just need to be able to get there and get good. And she's only the second boss of 4, so. But what I'm going to do real fast, if I do this, Tailwind Bay is the end of this area, right? Or no, actually the Lost Cloak is the end. Yeah, okay. since it's near the time I need to wrap up the stream anyways, I don't think it's worth going through the, also can I, heck yeah, any of the side quests right now. We'll have to finish with that next time. And probably another Kairos Gate run. Like, I don't think I'll get much further, but, you know, it'll be worth having. So, for now, I'm gonna go around and see if I can find another Aquamarine. Just kind of traveling around. We know I need to listen for the sound of a water drop, so... And with Ambrosia, we can run past these enemies, so... Aha! Oh, we don't have the ability to pick up things on Chocobo back. That's fair. So they did put at least one back where you go, which, you know... Classic video game design moment, right? You put at least one thing where you need to backtrack. This actually looks like it could be a thing, but it isn't. Right, might be another one too. We'll keep looking. At least the water droplet audio cue is also pretty loud. Like, in some ways suspiciously loud, but I would rather they make it more obvious than not. This is a nice quality of life thing. Those birds were heckin' loud. I don't know if I checked over this way. It's where we went to find that girl, so we'll check real fast if... Oh, aha! There was one more on the way.
Home now. Ambrosia won't help me here.
There should be 3 more to get then.
Ready, go?
Which I don't really care about the completionism getting of all of them. But we'll go and look for it since I don't really have time to do anything else. So that's kind of fun that they give you like Leviathan and Ultima 2 new icons to play with.
Back to the stables, girl.
Oh, wait a second. Are there... No, it's still 4 side quests. They also give you more, like, mid-range stuff through it. Because, like, all Leviathan stuff is, like, to give you space or juggle them. Yes, I know. I'm not doing you right now because... Yes, you will wait at side questers. Like, it's coming up. I have more important things to do. Like search for a thing that doesn't matter. Both DLCs ended up being pretty short. What have I not checked? We checked all of here, right? There might be something we have not checked over this way, though. Yeah, Torgal, you can run and keep up. Yes, you can. Like, Father's Fell, I don't remember if we checked it for things, so... The answer is we didn't.
No holding back.
Get off Ambrosia. Okay. This is enough of this. Oh, you son of a bitch. Yeah, whatever. I won't get the full lightning rod, so that's okay. Judgment Bolt. The biggest water gun. Okay, actually, let's just pop this just so I won't kill you. Okay. There it is. I know I heard the freaking thing. I got distracted by fighting that guy. Based off this, I think you can get... They said that the locations changed. But I'm going to guess that despite the locations changing, it's the same amount. That you can get all the aquamarines you need for all the accessories per playthrough. It's just they change on difficulty, which I don't know why, because... Well, you can start a new game on Final Fantasy mode too, I guess. Alright, well, we did all that. We'll go through Tailwind Bay. If we're lucky, there will be the other ones we need there. Is that the thing we can go through? This way is blocked
Might
off.
be the most formidable of barriers. I could easily vault across and... No. The villagers will have put it up for a reason.
Clive. Sometimes it's worse when the video game will make you explain why character won't do a thing. It's pretty funny. I mean, that stands to reason. I can believe Clive would say that. He is kind of a good boy deep down. Especially because these are the villagers we know actually aren't a bunch of dicks. Try and listen for water drops. Aha, there is one. Okay.
You deserve a rest.
Oh, do you have it? Lesser Archelon. You do. Right. Oh, you do some damage there. Get punched. Alright. At least we get the full Sun Tetsuken now. Keep spamming the ults. Oh, God, I did it the wrong way. I forgot they did it where monsters could get a bonus one. Not a bonus one, but that they would eat the Aquamarine. Which makes me wonder if I've missed one. But I feel like I still would have heard it, because the sound has still been pretty, you know, clear to me. So we'll see. It might be this way. Ambrosia? Ambrosia? Are you kidding me? Are you... Game, are you kidding me? Can I... Clive. Clive, my man. My dude, please. Also, did I just hear... Apparently that is not a way we can go. Alright. Then I need to go back to here. Oh, man. Come on, Ambrosia. We'll check real quick. I already pretty sure I checked this way. Yeah. Not even gonna bother fighting you guys. I don't care. I feel like I may have checked this way before, too. Nope, never mind, I didn't.
You deserve a rest.
Excellent. I think with that, if I check items, that was the last aquamarine of 8. Yes, it was. Cool. I'm gonna go through here, though, just in case.
Come on.
See if there's anything of note. This is a slime, but I don't care about the slime. Might be a chest or something this way. Okay, I'm gonna get off Ambrosia for this area while we explore. More crabs we don't need to deal with. Nothing there. No chests or anything. Now game, why do you make me go all this way around? More than wolves. We might need to come out this way anyways. I would not be surprised if one of those side quests involves visiting like every cairn. You need to come this way to find Leviathan's rock. Okay. Are you kidding me? My god, it's a shortcut, but it's a one. How Dark Souls of them. Okay. So, it looks like we have one more stream of this DLC left. I'll do this. We'll do the side quests. And if that doesn't run out the time, I might do another Kairos Gate. But as I said, I'm not good enough at this game to say I'll try to actually get to the end of that. It's like a combat challenge thing anyways. I don't think it's really worth it. Trial by water. Within this ancient menhir awaits a harrowing trial in which Clive must race to overcome a host of deadly foes, wielding the blessing of but a single icon, Leviathan. Alright. Oh, you know what we could also check? Gear and abilities. Okay, so these are shinier, but they're not actually better than my current weapons. We can put on a mega weapon. It's slightly better. We used High Strike for it long enough. Okay. Thanks for hanging out with... Ooh. No, still no ability points. Thanks for hanging out with me, everyone. Actually, I don't know. Maybe if I have time, I'll do a Kairos Gate or something before out of stream and see. Because goodness knows I would need to practice. But for now, this is this done. Well, not done, but I'm done for tonight. And next time, I assume we'll wrap this up. And then I don't know what's next. That's a problem for future me. But until it's future me's problem, good night for now. I'll see you next time.